Delaware and Waverly Shell Rock. These two teams met earlier this year. It was a 35-25 Waverly Shell Rock victory, but today at the Battle of Waterloo, could be some moves made that you may not expect here from the coaches.
Well, we've already seen some moves made, and so far the moves have paid off for West Delaware. And the biggest move has been Jordan Brees up to 220, and he won a huge match to start off that Valley duel. And then he lost the match against a very good Bryce Shears from Don Bosco, but only losing that 2-0, and that salted the win for the West Delaware Hawks. So unbelievable wrestling today. You know, you get that. This is the midpoint of the season, halfway point, and I'm telling you what, this is like state dual meet time, Jamie, at the well, where you got people all over the place. You got close proximity of fans to the mat. Actually, it's better because the fans are closest to the mat, and it makes for a tight environment. So here we go, weight class 113 with Blake Engel. And
106.
106. This is Blake Engel taking on Aiden Reeves, I believe.
Aiden Riggins.
Aiden Riggins. That's going to be a snap and spin by Riggins. And he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown to go ahead in this match early on. And this was a fall in the dual meet. This was a fall by Riggins. So we'll see if Blake Engel can do a good job here, keeping it close here. And Riggins is a very good freshman. So is Engel. So, you know, you just got to do. Blake Engel's been wrestling with a lot more confidence today, Jamie. So he's just got to come out here, and there's nothing to save anything for now. You've made it to where you want to be if you're West Delaware, and that's 2-0 with an opportunity to win this thing outright.
And
point takedown by
Aiden Riggins, ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A by the predicament. So, yeah, a really tough opponent here.
So we'll see if Blake Engel can do a good job controlling hands. Again, you got to say movement. There's going to be a stall on Engel right there early, and Riggins is going to go to a Turk, and he's got Engel on his back, and he's going to get a near fall. Going to get at least 2 near falls as Riggins is right across the throat of Blake Engel. We're going to get the Coach Voss there. Coach Voss there is hollering there as Riggins had an illegal hold on Engel, and it's going to be a 3-point near fall by Aiden Riggins. He goes up now 7-1 with 22 seconds left to go in period 1. So Blake Engel, Jamie, if you're wrestling somebody like that, you know, you just got to stay in great position. You know, keep your chest down, keep your arms in, and really work on keeping a solid base and really fighting through all situations.
Yeah, you do, and that's what, you know, Blake Engel's trying to do here is just keep off your base. You know, if you can make any kind of, you know, progress from the dual meet 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now when you got pinned, and now Coach Voss back to the corner. You were right. He didn't like. He thought there was an illegal move there, and I think he's just getting a clarification on that.
Well, he's got both officials over there, and he usually doesn't get up unless he knows he's got a good point here, Jamie. And he's going to talk to both of those officials right now, and he's very animated over there talking to both officials.
I think he looks pretty calm.
Well, his hands are really moving back and forth, so...
And if he was real animated, he'd have got a warning there, and he didn't get a warning. So he wasn't questioning any calls as Engel defers. It'll be Riggins' choice. He'll go neutral.
So Blake Engel down 7-1. There's a snap to spin by Riggins, and he's going to cut Engel loose again. Engel's got to try to work some hand control. There's a very nice boot scoot by Riggins. Engel now with a whizzer as Riggins drops in on a single. He's going to try to he elevates Engel. He's going to come out the back door. Engel tries to get in a scramble situation here. And Riggins is going to load Engel up in a drive cradle, Jamie, and that could do it for Blake Engel as Riggins balled him up, and that's going to be a fall in 2:29. So Blake Engel losing by a fall to a very good Aiden Riggins right there. I'm telling you what, he is a long drink of water, very physical, and we can quickly see why he's ranked number 2.
Absolutely is. That was a tough match. You knew going in it was going to be a tough match. It was a tough match the last time, and the Hawks kind of in, for starting at 106, it was not a real good place for the Hawks to start here. In the dual meet, there was it'd be back-to-back or a fall at 106, and Luke Farmer in the dual meet gave up a major decision to the wrestler he's wrestling now, in Bailey Roybal, who is ranked number 4 in the state in Class 3A. So got to try to improve on that again, and that's kind of the fun part about having this dual meet just a few weeks ago is you can look at this and kind of track the progress of where you were at.
Well, you certainly can. And Luke Farmer's been wrestling very aggressively here, and Bailey Roybal is going to shoot a low single on Luke Farmer, backtrip him and sit him on his backside. And you can see what was 1 point escape for Farmer. You can see what Roybal and Riggins' objective is right now, is to wrestle tough on their feet. And there's a low single shot by Roybal. Again, a hard whizzer, and caught Luke Farmer flat-footed there, Jamie. And there's a 1 point escape. Bailey Roybal on a high crotch. He's in deep on that single. One more time now, whizzer. And Roybal's going to limp arm out of it. That's the third takedown and the third escape, as he's going to cut Farmer loose right here. Coach Voss up out of his chair. Coach Voss up out of his chair one more time. You got to get some hand control here. If you're Luke Farmer, 6-3 with 59 seconds left to go. As Farmer comes back, shoots a shot of his own. And that's how you beat somebody that's going to shoot all the time, Jamie, is to come up with some shots of your own.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Farmer, and I like the aggressiveness of Farmer on that shot. But then he comes right back and gets flat-footed again. You've got to be ready, especially against a good wrestler like Roybal. He's going to come back and take that shot. And again, Luke Farmer was flat-footed, and he's going to give up a takedown.
The 2 point takedown by Bailey Roybal, making the score 8-3 with 28 seconds left to go here for one. Again, a fall by Aiden Riggins. With the Gohawks up 6-0 after one. We started weight class 106 in this duel. And they're going to go up 6-0 courtesy of that drive cradle by the freshman Aiden Riggins. 19 seconds left to go. Bailey Roybal up by a score of 8-3. Luke Farmer down underneath right now, trying to get out of a high thigh ride that Roybal's got. Got a figure 4 high thigh ride on the right leg of Luke Farmer, trying to come to a crossface and set Farmer to his back, and that's going to do it for period number 1. So Luke Farmer will be Roybal's choice.
He deferred.
And Luke Farmer's got to go down. That's the spot to put him.
He's going to go right back.
He's going to get one up. Okay, so now it's 8-4. We're going to start on our feet. So Luke Farmer leading with that right leg, and he drops down to that knee, Jamie. Since you drop down to that knee, you can't react anymore. And again, he's dropping down to that knee because Roybal is so short and compact, and it's hard to get underneath him.
And like you said, when Farmer's trying to go to a knee to get underneath and take advantage of that, but like you said, you can't do anything when you're down on that knee.
There's Roybal with the drive cradle on Farmer. Could be a fall right here. There's a fall by Roybal. So Bailey Roybal gets in deep, and that's going to be a fall in 2:31 as he got the head of Luke Farmer down, and that's a tough one right there. I'm going to go all the way up to weight class 120, and we've got Zach Barnett listed in the program. We'll see if that's who they send out. He's a tall drink of water if it is. And Evan Woods take on Zach Barnett, and it was Evan Woods 17-5 made the decision a couple weeks ago. So we'll see if Evan Woods can get a payback here and get the Hawks on the board. There's a boot scoop by Woods. Just lifted that right elbow and tried to drop in on a high crotch. And Zach Barnett, very tall, has got a heavily bandaged right knee. Woods with a front headlock, trying to snap Barnett down to the mat. And then Zach Barnett's trying to keep Woods from that major decision. There's a front headlock by Woods, and he's going to pick up a 2 point takedown right there. I believe that'll be the Hawks' first takedown of the dual meet at weight class 120. So Evan Woods, well, Jamie, a fall right here by Woods would get this thing back in striking zone. He's going to try to tilt Barnett. Barnett's going to make himself long and spreading both legs out. So Evan Woods cannot load him up on a tip and expose his shoulder blades. So Woods will jump over and take an inside wrist on the left, try to roll the wrist out to a bar.
over here on Western Dubuque mat. Again, they're taking on Davenport Assumption. We're into the third match there as Max Clausen of Western Dubuque was pinned by Ethan Forker of Davenport Assumption in 1 minute 29 seconds. Dawson Bierman answered that for Western Dubuque with a fall in 56 seconds over Colin Ware. And that has tied the dual meet up 6-6. And it's currently a lead right now as on the map for Western Dubuque is, I lost it, is Joseph Simon, and he's trailing TJ Fitzpatrick 4-1 right now. That match in the third period over here. Again, dual meet tied 6-6.
I'm telling you what, over here, this is, tell you what, Barnett from Waverly Shellrock is belly down and has not moved 1 inch as Evan Woods has gone side to side, and Barnett playing the turtle. And Woods is going to defer over to Barnett, and let's see where Barnett decides to go. He's going to go back to neutral. Coach Whitcomb over there giving his young man some instruction, the sophomore, some instruction here. And going right back to neutral. Evan Woods, staggered stance. Barnett, very, very long and tall at 120. There's a nice high crotch by Woods. Then dropped in on that single on the left side. Hard Woods by Barnett. Woods gets him up off the mat. Now Woods with the drive cradle of his own. Let's see if he can lock it up. Take Barnett to his back. As Woods with his head in the side of Barnett. Barnett's going to try to belly down. Woods has that cradle locked up. He's trying to circle back behind and scoop the left heel and stack Barnett up. Trying to stack Barnett up and see if he can turn him in. And Barnett's trying to scoot and find his way off the edge of the mat, and he will. Evan Woods with a nice shot. He's going to cut Barnett loose. Going to cut Barnett loose right here for a 1-point escape. 1:14 left to go. Barnett with a snap and trying to snap and go on Woods. Woods will have nothing to do of it. And Woods going to drop in on a single too far away. As Barnett's going to square Woods back off. 58 seconds left to go in period 2. And the Hawks trying to match what was done a couple of weeks ago here, about 3 weeks ago now. And Zach Barnett, his main objective here is to keep the match close here, and that's what he's doing. It's 4-1 with 43 seconds left to go. Evan Woods, which is just a little frustrated at this point, Jamie. As the length of Zach Barnett is keeping Woods. There's a nice sweet single by Evan Woods. Let's see if he can jump Barnett to his backside. He does. Now he's going to climb his back and he's going to pick up 2, making the score 6-1 right now with 22 seconds left to go in period number 2. And Woods is going to climb the body of Barnett, try to set up a tilt or a pinning combination. And once again, the sophomore from Waverly Shellrock is playing the turtle, playing the possum, as Woods is trying to set up the tilt. Let's see if he can tilt him up. He does. He's got a tilt. Let's see if he can get some back points as Barnett goes belly down as time expires. It's going to be Woods' choice here in the third period, so he's going to go down. Jamie, as you say, a win first, and then whatever happens on top of that is gravy.
Yeah, and you'd really like to have some bonus points, but like you said, you got to take that win first. Over here on the Western Dubuque mat, taking on Davenport Assumption. TJ Fitzpatrick defeated Joseph Simon of Western Dubuque 8-1. The final score. Up now, it is Trent Bush of Western Dubuque wrestling Noah Gonzalez of Davenport Assumption, and Gonzalez with a 2-0 lead with a minute left in period number 1.
Well, Woods chooses down, and he's trying to get himself back to his feet, and Barnett's going to sit over that right ankle as Woods is going to try an outside stand-up. He can't rotate that inside knee up because Barnett's sitting on top of it. Barnett's trying to lock up a cradle. Woods is going to take the right arm of Zach Barnett and take it over his head. Maybe he'll have an opportunity to turn and face him here and maybe pick up a 2-point reversal off of it. He's going to have to really scramble as Barnett, long and lean, is draped over the top of Evan Woods, and we'll get a stalemate right there. Back to action we go as Woods gets set. There's a switch attempt by Woods, and we're going to get a caution against Woods for starting early. Coach Voss is saying, hey, get back to your feet. Barnett's going to jump to the other side. And jump to the other side here. Now ride the right side. Woods gets to his feet. Nice stand-up. Barnett's going to throw a cross body right in. It should get potentially dangerous right there. It should be stalling right there on Barnett. Should be stalling right there, Jamie. Why wasn't that stalling? A referee is going to let him go right there. It should have been stalling. Because they had all five of the West Delaware coaches to their feet.
Yeah, that's one that I think like you said, right away, and then right back in it. It's stalling again. There it is. As that'll be a point for Evan Woods. So he's going to go up 7-1. Now he's going to get cut loose. He'll be 8-1. So takedown here for Evan Woods will give him the major decision, and that'd be huge for the Hawks here.
It certainly would, and that's will put him right back in this dual meet here. Neutral position we go. 48 seconds left. Now you're looking to set up a good shot if you're Evan Woods. There's a sweep single attempt by Woods, a go behind attempt by Barnett, and Woods is going to come back up and square him off. And 36 seconds left to go. Again, the hard collar tie by Barnett using those arms. Woods trying to set up a high crotch to the left side. Now he drops under. Bear hug attempt. Got to be careful.
He's got a really good duck under. That's fun to watch, and he can hit it out of a lot of different situations. But again, only 24 seconds. You got to get going here if you're Evan Woods.
There's a nice low single by Woods. And let's see if he can set Barnett on his backside. He's going to elevate right here. Barnett is draped over the backside. You're running out of time. Let's see if Evan Woods can sit back and turn. He's got to turn hard now. Evan Woods has to turn hard here and face Barnett. Barnett is trying to get two out of it. Woods is going to turn and face and he's going to lose it, and that's going to do just a simple decision right there.
A nice job there by Evan Woods getting the win. Like we said, win first is most important, but finally getting the Hawks on the board here is so big for them early on in this duel. When they lose the first two matches, you got to come back with something, and Evan Woods did a great job of that there, coming back and getting the win. As we'll move up to 126 pounds, it's going to be Stavely Mowry for the Hawks. And it looks like he will take on Dylan Albrecht.
Another tough match for Stavely Mowry today, Jamie. He has had three bangers. Nick Oldham from Valley West Des Moines, Daniel Kimball from Don Bosco, and now he's taking on Dylan Albrecht from Waverly Shellrock, who's ranked number 3 in Class 3A. So, tell you what, he's going to earn his spurs today, and doing a great job for West Delaware at weight class 126. 12-3 is our dual meet score as Waverly Shellrock, the Go Hawks, winning at 106 by a fall, winning at 112 by a fall, and then Evan Woods gets the Hawks on the board with a decision over Zach Barnett. So there's a two-point takedown by Dylan Albrecht. Two-point takedown by Dylan Albrecht right there makes the score 2-0 with 1:11 left. All right in the center of the mat. Albrecht up on top, trying to set up. He's trying to set up a drive cradle, and Mowry's doing a great job keeping himself long. Got to keep that head up, though, as Albrecht came around the top. Outside stand-up attempt by Mowry. And Albrecht around the head, trying to set up a drive cradle. Mowry trying to work himself back to his feet. Tight waist by Albrecht. Mowry trying to climb, tripod stand-up. Albrecht trying to set up a drive cradle. Mowry's going to pop his head out. Albrecht's going to drop it on a single. Nice counter there by Mowry. And a one-point escape with 32 seconds left. A nice job by Stavely Mowry right here to fight out of that. Now it's going to be a cross knee pick by Albrecht, and Mowry's going to find himself in trouble. He rolls through, rolls out of it. Boy, oh boy. It's going to be a two-point takedown, but it could have been a lot worse than that, Jamie.
Yeah, he was in trouble there as going to his back and got that, like you said, cross knee pick and kind of locked up that bottom knee cradle out of that. And, fortunately for Stavely, he was able to roll out once he got down to the mat. But yeah, that could have been big trouble for the Hawks.
He's shown some outstanding flexibility here today, Jamie. As Stavely Mowry has got himself out of some precarious situations, and He did again right there, playing the Houdini and getting himself out of that cross knee cradle. So Mowry coming right back, trying to get that outside stand-up. Now he tries to go inside stand-up. Albrecht over the top, trying to set that cradle up one more time. And Mowry coming to tripod stand-up, up on all fours. And Albrecht trying to lock that cradle up. Mowry's going to counter that, controlling hands, and is going to step down for a one-point escape. So nice job by Stavely Mowry. Score now is 4-2 with a minute and a half left to go in period two. Nice elbow pass by Mowry, misses the heavily bandaged right knee of Dylan Albrecht. 122 and counting. Staggered stance there by Mowry. Got to be careful. Trying to hit that knee, trying to hit that sweep single off that elbow pass. And Albrecht had Mowry out of balance there momentarily. Got to be careful here. Feel the pressure. You're Stavely Mowry. Let's get a stalemate right there. There's a over-the-top snap and spin by Albrecht, and Mowry's going to fight out of it one more time. 56 seconds left to go. Dylan Albrecht on the go right now. He's going to try to snap Stavely Mowry down. Leading with that right leg is Dylan Albrecht. Mowry's going to a stagger stance, leading with his right leg. 40 seconds left to go here. And there's a double leg takedown now by Albrecht. He's got Mowry on his backside. That's going to be a 2-point takedown. And Mowry's going to have to bail out of that. And as he does, he tries. He tries right there. We're going to have an illegal hold right there. That's going to be, they call it potentially dangerous. Coach Voss went to a legal hold. And Coach Voss, animated now, out of his share this time, as the second time. Coach Voss went to a legal hold out of it. They're going to call it potentially dangerous, as Albrecht picked up a 5-point move off of it. And Coach Voss, referee's talking about it. And it's going to be a 3-point near fall. Potentially dangerous is all they're going to call it. 9-2.
I didn't see what it was, but you're Stavely Mowry here. You got to try to get an escape here at the end of this period, and try to. You're getting into that major decision range right now. Is Stavely Mowry?
I think they went to that. There's a head lever by Albrecht, and Mowry does a nice job getting his hips up and getting his left elbow, his left hand back down to the mat. Albrecht over the top, trying to set up a cross-face cradle. Now Albrecht's got a cross-face cradle locked up for 3 seconds. And Mowry's going to hang on for dear life.
Over here on Western Dubuque's match, their final duel against Davenport Assumption. The Knights are leading that dual meet 12-6, as it was Noah Gonzalez with a 6-1 win over Trent Bush. Up now it is Dakota Lau for Western Dubuque taking on Jacob Felderman. Felderman currently with a 6-1 lead in the second period. Again, Bobcats trail that duel 12-6.
Well, we're going to go neutral, Jamie, in the third period. And it's 9-2 with Stavely Mowry, number 3 ranked Dylan Albrecht from Waverly Shell Rock here. So Stavely Mowry's got to find something here. He's going to drop in, and there's no penetration there, Jamie. That's where you get yourself into trouble when you're wrestling somebody good, is where you drop right down to your knees, and then you reach instead of taking your hips with you. So Albrecht draped over the top of Mowry. It's 9-2. A takedown by Albrecht would turn this into a major decision and bonus points. There's Albrecht coming in with that cross knee pick. Mowry's going to roll through this. A 2-point takedown by Albrecht, making the score now 11-2. So Dylan Albrecht working on a major decision right here with Stavely Mowry. 52 seconds left to go. Now a Haslund here by Albrecht, and he's got the left arm of Stavely Mowry draped across his back, and he's got the needle threaded. He's got his right hand underneath the right arm, and got that left wrist of Stavely Mowry. 38 seconds left to go, and Mowry's trying to stay belly down, and Dylan Albrecht is going to try to launch Mowry through his back, and once again showing some flexibility. That was some flexibility like that since Harrison Goebel wrestled Jamie. Mr. Gumby shoulders himself. 22 seconds left. For a 2-point reversal here by Mowry would be huge. As we've got another tough match coming up at 132, where you're going to have Ryan Phillips taking on Evan Yance. And that's That's no gimme at all. And 2, and that's 1. That's a major decision right there for number 3 ranked Dylan Albrecht. David Mallory again, wrestling his 3rd buzzsaw of the day, but putting forth a valiant effort right there, losing by a score of 11-2, and that'll give the Go Hawks 4.
And that's going to make the dual meet now 16-3 in favor of the Go Hawks. As again, Stavely Mallory, 11-2, major decision, losing that match. 16-3, our team score. That'll bring us to weight class 132. The Ryan Phillips for West Delaware as the senior. Taking on Evan Yant of Waverly Shellrock in the dual meet a couple weeks ago. It was a 5-0 Evan Yant win as Yant ranked number 5 in the state class 3A.
Well, Ryan Phillips has been wrestling lights out lately, Jamie, so I'm anxious to see this match and the improvement from the senior from West Delaware. See if he can close the gap. They're going to get a stalemate right there. See if he can really get after it here. See if he can really get after it here. And there's a sweep single by Phillips to the right side of Evan Yant. And Yant's going to drop down. Yant's going to drop down. There's a boot scoop there by Yant as Phillips tried to come back to his feet. Now Phillips with the front headlock, heading on. Yant doing a good job controlling the elbow. And again, Waverly Shellrock, well coached here. And again, it's all about the matchups, Jamie. You know, we saw that against the first duel with Valley. We saw that against Don Bosco. And we're seeing it right here. It's all about the matchups and trying to score big points where you can and trying to hold on where you can. And so far, it's been Waverly Shellrock winning some matchups. There's a nice whip. There's a 2-point takedown. Boy, that should have been 2. As Yant was down on all 4s. That's got to be 2 right there. Thank you very much. As Ryan Phillips picks up 2. I think our official missed that the first time. As Yant was down on all 4s, and then he popped right back up. And Ryan Phillips said, well, I'll do it on the edge of the mat. And he did. There's an inside stand-up by Yant. And we'll see if Phillips cuts him loose. Tries to step over the top. He's got a wing in. Now he's going to drop in and try to lift and return. Got to be careful here. Nice job by Ryan Phillips as he dropped down to a double, drove over the hips of Yant, and set him back down on the mat. 2 seconds left. Great first period there, Jamie, by Phillips.
That really was, you know, especially, like you said, after the first time they wrestled, it was a 5-0 win for Evan Yant. He comes out and gets the first takedown. As over here in the Western Dubuque mat, Dakota Lau was beaten 13-4, major decision for the Bobcats against Jacob Felderman of Davenport Assumption. So that team score now 16-6 in favor of the Assumption Knights. As coming up now for Western Dubuque is going to be Jared Cordes. He's taking on Johnny Hua of Davenport Assumption. Here's Cordes out with a quick takedown. Almost had the fall. Might still get the fall as Hua. It is going to be a 2-point takedown and a 2-point near fall for Jared Cordes.
Well, Ryan Phillips is riding the wing, Jamie, and gets high with the wing. Tries to run the wing, tries to hold Yant down with the wing and a tight waist and a half. Goes to a half Nelson, gets high with it. And Yant's going to shake him down and get a 2-point reversal there. And this match is tied up at 2s now with 1:20 left to go in period number 2. And Ryan Phillips finds himself underneath. And this is not his best position on the mat. So he's really going to have to work against a very physical rider here. As Yant is controlling Phillips with a hard, tight waist with the left and chopping that arm. And Phillips is going to have to get his base back underneath, get his knees back underneath, and really work to pull that tight waist off and get back to his feet where he is at his best. His feet on top where he can score some points. 47 seconds left here, and the officials telling both wrestlers to get after it. Yep, right in the hard, tight waist. Phillips trying that outside stand-up. It's pretty hard to come outside stand-up when the guy's controlling your hips like that, Jamie.
Yeah, it really is, and you know that's where Phillips has got to. He's got to free the legs and free the hips, and now he's up to his feet. Nice job, gets the 1-point escape, and that's where he needs to be, is getting that escape. And I tell you what, I know we've seen in the past, you know, Ryan Phillips likes to go down. You got to be careful here in these last 10 seconds not to give up a takedown here. As Yant in on a shot as Phillips trying to fight it off. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, trying to come back here. And he's going to hold it off. And I know they try to get Ryan Phillips. They want him to work underneath, but they're going to put him underneath here in this third period.
Yeah, it's got to cut him loose.
Okay, that's one way to get a point. That's why I was hoping, because we've seen that Yan is very good on top.
Yes, he is, and he's very good on his feet, too. So Ryan Phillips got to start moving, Jamie, as Yan is circling and trying to measure. He leads with that left leg and that right arm to the head, and he's really good at popping the head. Now it comes right in on that low single. Nice job by Phillips. Let's see if Phillips can hit him with the go-behind as he's stuffing the head of Yan to the mat. It's 4-2. He's stuffing the head. Let's see if he can hit a go-behind with it. Front headlock by Phillips. Yan doing a good job controlling the right elbow of Ryan Phillips. So we might see there's a nice job of Phillips bringing Yant back down to the mat. Yant now up off his feet. Phillips snaps him back down with the front headlock. Phillips trying to cut the corner with it, trying to get the head in the side. Short drag by Yant. Got to be careful if you're Phillips. Phillips has Yant sitting on his left hip. Now Phillips drops in on a single. Got to elevate there, Jamie. His head's going to go to the outside. Now he readjusts. Ryan Phillips readjusts. 1:02 left to go. He's in a good position here. If he can, he's got to readjust and get that head back to the inside. We're going to get a stalemate.
54 seconds left to go here for Ryan Phillips.
There's a long shot by Phillips on the whistle, and Evan Yant ready for it. There's a high crotch by Yant. He drops in, tries to dive in on a single side of Ryan Phillips, and Phillips now with the front headlock. Let's see if he can turn this. He's got to snap. He does. He shuts Yant for a 2-point takedown. 6-2 now with 33 seconds left, Jamie. That's just what the doctor ordered right there as he goes up by 4. Now you got to be careful. He's got that chicken wing in on the right side, and he's got Yant buried. He's got a half Nelson with the left, chicken wing with the right. Now you got to get that chicken wing in just a little deeper on the right. 15 seconds left to go. He's going to try to run it. Ryan Phillips out in front trying to run that chicken wing. Let's see if he tightens it up a little bit. 8 seconds left to go. And it looks like Ryan Phillips is going to he's going to get a little payback here, Jamie, with a hard-fought 6-2 win here. That's a great win there for the senior from West Delaware. That's a turnaround.
Yeah, and a 6-point swing there for Ryan Phillips and the Hawks at 132 pounds, and that's huge. You know, it's just really huge for Ryan Phillips. And you know, like you said before that match started, you'd like to see how much he's improved since that match earlier in the year, and that was the first match of the season, and it was pretty obvious that it was it's quite an improvement. Do have one correction to make, Roger. That last dual meet with West Delaware and Don Bosco, West Delaware is actually going to win that dual meet by a final score of, which I can't even find it.
Is it by 2?
They won by 2 as
the point deduction.
There was a penalty point at the end. So for those listening, it's going to be 27-25 in favor of the Hawks. However, if 3 teams finish 2-1, Don Bosco will be eliminated because of that penalty point in the 3-way tie. So it would come down to head-to-head of this duel right here. So best bet is the Hawks just win the duel meet.
Well, that would be very, very sweet there if that would happen.
This is going to be Jaden Payton and Carter Speck.
Well, he's not listed in our program, so we've got him on Track Wrestling. So we'll see if the freshman phenom here can do something else spectacular. He's got a 2-on-1 on Speck, and he's going to try to drop in on a single. Speck is let's check his grade. He's a freshman coming in here, so he's a pretty salty-looking freshman from where our vantage point is at. One on the south side of Young Arena, and the wrestling on the north side. There's a nice double-leg takedown by Jaden Payton as he sits Speck on his back side. The Hawks could close this gap here, 16-6. A win here by Payton, and that could close the gap here. Looking for some bonus points here, and that could really help for the West Delaware Hawks. 35 seconds left to go, period number 1. Again, the Hawks are trailing. The Hawks are trailing by, he's got Payton. Payton, there's the ball. There's the fall in 138, Jamie Basket. Chicken wing by Jaden Payton. He cranked over the freshman from Waverly Shellrock. And I'm telling you what, that was a quick fall, but a fall nonetheless. And the star, these freshmen for West Delaware are doing an outstanding job here today, not backing down from anybody.
And I'm wondering if we're going to see, maybe this is where we're going to see Ian Heisey. Of course, Heisey was out of the dual meet the last time they wrestled. No, this is going to be Caden Langrick. So Heisey, looks like Heisey will not wrestle today either, as Caden Langrick will wrestle here, as Jaden Payton beat Caden Langrick in the dual meet 4-2.
Well,
so Cale Meyer will take on Caden Langrick here in this match. Team score again 16-12 in favor of West Delaware.
There's a nice double leg shot by Cale Meyer. Let's see if he can cut the corner with it. Nice switches off to a single. Hard whizzer. That's going to be a 2-point takedown right there on the edge of the mat by Cale Meyer. That's just great technique right there, Jamie. Double to a single to elevating to back trip to 2-point takedown.
Yeah, and on the edge of the mat and making sure you kept your feet in was a great job there by Cale Meyer. As over here, Western Dubuque now only trailing 16-12 as the Bobcats picked up a fall from Jared Cordes at 138 over Johnny Hua. He did get the fall, so Cordes makes it a 4-point duel. Right now it's Adam Lobenthal of Davenport Assumption taking on Tony Lyon. That match tied 2-2 going into the second period.
Well, Cale Meyer with a hard, tight waist with the left, and he's stuck in the wind right out of Caden Langrick. Langrick is a freshman here. So opportunity for Cale Meyer to do something fantastic. 42 seconds left to go. Meyer with the chicken wing on the left side. Now he's trying to work a half Nelson on the right. He's got a half Nelson on the right. His chicken wing on the left. Now he's going to try to jump out and run it. Chicken wing on the left, half Nelson on the right. And Langrick's going to pull the half Nelson off, but Meyer's going to keep the chicken wing in on the left side. Let's see if he can jump over. He's got an inside wrist. Now he's going to try to go over the top with the chicken wing. He's got chicken wing on the left, and he's on the right side. He's going to try to reach over and grab the chin of Langrick, and Langrick can pull him over to his back. Now he's going to go inside wrist. 10 seconds left to go. Chicken wing on the left, inside wrist on the right. Meyer's going to bump him forward. He's got a big step with that wing, and that's going to do it for period number one, as Langrick's going to go belly down. Good first period, Jamie.
Yeah, it was. Nice job by Cale. Got the takedown and was able to ride him out the rest of that period, and now he's going to go underneath to start the second. So your Cale Meyer, get moving right away off the whistle here.
All right, there's opportunity. There's a nice stand-up. And Langrick's going to try to drop right back in on a single, and Meyer's going to catch him. Meyer's going to shoot that fireman's chair. He's got a great Kelly from there. Got to be careful with the Cale Meyer right there. Try to set that Kelly up. And, boy, Cade Langrick's got a headlock, got a throw situation on. As Cale Meyer's got his right elbow way up in the air. They're going to back off. Smart move by Cale Meyer right there. Smart move there is tried to hit that Kelly and left that right arm up, and the freshman from Waverly Shellrock trying to take advantage of that. But we saw that a couple times last weekend, Jamie, at Southwind, where guys leaving that elbow up and it cost them.
And I think talking to our Waverly Shellrock guys up here that do the radio for the Go-Hawks behind us, they said that they had that situation at heavyweight yesterday and at 106 with Riggins, Aiden Riggins. Both of them left their arms up and got thrown to their backs because they took a shot, left that arm up, and got thrown.
2-point takedown by Cale Meyer, and 1-point escape by Langrick. Meyer up now 5-1. 5-1 with 50 seconds left to go in period two. It was Meyer's choice to start period two, and he took down. So scoring, there's a tap and go by Meyer, drops in on a single. A long down block, long sprawl by Langrick. Langrick trying to cut the corner. Langrick, again, trying to go underhook. Nice high crotch by Meyer. Let's see if he can turn this into points. He's got that back leg up. He's got a cross. Nice back trip by Meyer. He's going to split the legs of Langrick. So a 2-point takedown. We're going to get potentially dangerous right there. Jamie, that was... a lot of times on the back trip, the guy that's tripping will go down with the wrestle. What Cale Meyer did right there is he back tripped. He let Langren hit the mat first, and then he pounced on top.
Stood over him for a second.
That's just good wrestling there by the sophomore from West Delaware. 18 seconds left to go in period number 2. Meyer up 7-1. A major decision by Meyer. I'll tell you what, that would tighten this match up. That would tie it up, actually, 16-all. 5 seconds left to go. Meyer now looking for a cross face from right to left. He's got a great cradle, and it's going to go to the third period. Let's see where Langford decides to go as he gets up wincing that left shoulder. Coach Whitcomb decides to go, and Coach Whitcomb's going to pull our official over and let his wrestler get a blow right there, Jamie. I don't like that at all. As Langford's going to get a couple extra seconds there to get a blow, and let's see where he decides to go.
I think they're going to put him underneath.
He's going to go down. That's fine for Cale Meyer.
Yeah, I think the situation here now, you're right. It's okay for Cale Meyer because you maybe go to work on that cross-face cradle. You said he's got a good one, and if he's able to hit it, he could really put Langford down for the count.
7-1, 153 and counting. Period number 3. The Hawks are down 16-12. The Hawks got out to a quick start, and the Hawks had a fantastic comeback here to close the gap. Here comes that hard cross-face by Meyer from right to left. Let's see if we can get that left tricep of Langford. And Meyer's going to cut him loose. There's a one-point escape by Langford. And we're going back to neutral. 7-2 right now. Cale Meyer on the attack. Working tap and go. Working some fancy footwork there. Long single shot by Meyer. Now he goes to a front headlock. He's really good in this situation. Let's see if he can cut the corner. He's trying to cut the hard corner. He's got his head in the hole. He's going to pull himself around. Get Langford on his backside. No points yet. As Langford got a little bit of hurry, impatience there, Jamie, before he could cover the feet of Cade Langford.
Yeah, he did. And, luckily, what I liked out of Cale there, though, is he knew he was out of position because he got impatient and backed off of it and didn't keep trying and get himself in trouble.
Well, 48 seconds left to go. Cale Meyer in neutral. Cade Langford in neutral. Meyer with the left collar tie.
Cale still needs 2 takedowns here if he wants to get the major, so he's really got to get going here.
Well, he certainly does. There's only 32 seconds left here for something feet to back. That would even be better and get the fall. There's Meyer with a long double, down block by Langford. Langford with the double underhook now, so you got to be careful if there's Cale Meyer here. As Meyer on the go here now, trying to snap an attack. And the freshman from Waverly Shell Rock not letting Meyer penetrate. There's going to be a warning against Langford. There's 3 seconds left to go, and it's going to be a 7-2 Meyer win. So that'll get the Hawks a point closer, 16-15. Now, Jamie Baskey going to weight class 152.
Absolutely. With that, we'll take another short timeout. Bring you back. Mitchell Mangold coming up at 152 for the Hawks. Right after this, you're listening to Battle of Waterloo coverage from KMCH Sports.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
For your residential and commercial plumbing, heating, and electrical needs, call Meyer Mechanical in Dyersville. Meyer Mechanical is proud to support the Beckman Blazers, athletes, coaches, and fans.
Back into Young Arena in Waterloo, Iowa. Bryson Hervel with a 2-point takedown over Mitchell Mangold to start this match out as he just hooked the leg and kind of went to that Jared Voss offensive series here. We might get a stalemate out of this as Mangold's still not in bad position. He might be able to, they are going to get a stalemate as he was almost looking like he could pop out of that and come around and pick up a reversal, but it will be a stalemate, and it'll be 2-0 lead for Bryson Hervel here with minute 8 left to go in this first period as Davenport Assumption leads Western Dubuque 19-12 as Adam Lobenthal decision over Tony Lyon 10-3. Elijah Demmer on the mat right now for the Bobcats looking for a fall, taking on Evan Forker. He leads at 7-1 to go in the first period as Demmer looking for the fall. Not sure he's going to get it. He's not going to get the fall here. 5 seconds left to go he's going to take a 10-1 lead into the second period.
Well, Mitchell Mangold is wrestling a leech over there, and Herval has a very long and lean. 30 seconds left to go, and Herval goes to the crab ride. He's sitting on his backside, and he's got his heels. He's got his feet hooked underneath the knees of Mitchell Mangold, and Mangold trying to create some space, but he's got to free that arm. We're going to get a stalemate right there, and you got to get to your feet. Got to try to get to your feet right there, Jamie. And you're going to beat a legger. There's that claw ride by Herval. Hip heist now. Mangold's trying to hip heist, trying to get his hips out and hip heist and turn down on Herval. And 4 seconds left to go, and Herval's going to ride out Mangold. And very frustrating if you're Mitch Mangold wrestling a guy like Herval.
Well, I like what Mitchell's doing is because it was a couple weeks ago at practice. I saw Mitchell kind of working on that where guy gets in and he throws the legs in right away. If you sit fast enough, then you get in that reverse sit. You get in that sitting position rather than having to work to get out of the legs.
Exactly right. And again, it's all about getting space
down here. Elijah Demmer picks up the fall for the Bobcats. That's going to make that dual meet now 19-18 in favor of Davenport Assumption. So the Bobcats trailing by just 1 now.
Well, the West Delaware Hawks are trailing by 1 now. Mitchell Mangold and Bryson Herval going at it, and Mangold frustrated right now. It's the length and the leachiness of this senior from Waverly Shell Rock. I'm telling you what, just giving Mitchell fits here. 1:19 left to go. Front headlock now by Mangold. He's going to try to cut the corner on Herval. He's going to get 2. Nice job there. That's Cat Quick. The senior from West Delaware picks up a 2-point takedown and ties this up at deuces. 1:12 left to go. And Herval's going to give Herval 1. And we're going back to our feet. 3-2. That's confidence right there, Jamie.
As Mangold going right back to his feet, cutting Herval loose. He wants to go back on the attack on the offense from his feet.
Well, again, you got to make sure everything's tight here. You got to make sure you're really getting after it here and clearing your hips and attacking and finishing. Once you get in, you can't sit. That's a snap and spin again by Mangold as Herval's going to find the edge of the mat, and he's going to drive Herval right into the West Delaware cheerleaders, right in front of the orange and black crowd, right across the way. 41 seconds left to go in period number 2 with Bryson Herval up 3-2 on the senior from West Delaware, Mitchell Mangold. Again, just a back-and-forth duel here. Waverly Shell Rock out to a fast start, and West Delaware coming back with some key wins, and now it's been back and forth here in these last weights. Mangold now trying to go to a front headlock, cross knee pick. 14 seconds left to go, trying to pick up the pace here on Herval, trying to score a quick takedown with 10 seconds left to go, and Herval's going to back off and square off with Mangold, and again, tie him up, so Mitchell has no room to move. That's going to do it. Going to go third period. Let's see whose choice it's going to be.
Herval.
They're going to let him up, Jamie. Mangold's going to ride him. Is he afraid of 2?
I don't know.
Is he afraid of scrambling on the mat? Mitchell is tough on top.
As he's going to cut him loose. As a 1-point escape for Herval.
Now it's 4-2. Mangold in on a single. Let's see if he can get 2 hands on it. Got 2 hands on it. Let's see if he can back trip. Cut across the double. He's on the edge of the mat. Herval's going to find the edge of the mat one more time. Boy, using that edge of the mat are the Go Hawks. There's a long shot by Herval. He's in deep on the leg of Mangold, right on the whistle. Mangold draped over the top. Got to be careful right here if you're Mitchell. You got to hang on for dear life as Herval's got his head coming out. He's got his head between the legs of Mangold. Mangold's got his hands wrapped around the waist of Herval, trying to scoop an ankle. Scramble situation here. Let's see if Mitchell can come out on top. He's got to get his tips out. And Mangold's doing a great job getting his tips out. Let's see if he can turn this into a 2-point takedown. Herval threads himself right back through the legs again. Mangold's got a 2-point takedown by Herval. Boy, that one hurt right there. As Herval won the scramble right there, just using the length and staying with it. 6-2 is your score right now with 1 minute left to go in this match. Mitchell's got a lot of work to do to get back in this thing. He's not out of it by any means. But Herbal coming right back with those legs. And I'm telling you what, very frustrating for Mitchell Mangold.
Yeah, it is. It's, over here, Riker Karimski's going to pick up a fall for Western Dubuque as they'll go up now 24-19. So Riker Karimski with a fall in 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Puts the Bobcats up 24-19.
Mitchell Mangold up as Herbal gets high. Mangold trying to pull himself out and pick up a 2-point reversal. He's trying to shake Herbal down. He's got to shake him off right on the edge of the mat. And Herbal under both arms. And Mangold's going to find the edge. No change of position right there. 6-2 with 14 seconds left. There's that leechiness. Just very frustrating, Jamie, wrestling somebody like that.
Yeah, it is. And that you can see him frustrated a little more as this match has gone on. And 7 seconds left. He's gonna put Herbal on his back. He's gonna got two. He's tied up, Jamie. It's tied up. Two. Got to be tied up 2-2. Yes, that is tied up. Overtime. We got overtime right now. 6-6. Mangold, 2-point reversal, 2-point near fall. We're tied up. Yes, indeed. Good job. Referee's talking. They're gonna give it. They got to give him the 2 there, Jamie. Referees are conferring right there. Got to be overtime. Referees are talking. Can you read lips from here, Jamie? Got to be. Got to be right there. No. Oh, they're going to wave it off. They're going to wave it off right there. Coach Boss now. Coach Boss, unbelievable. Got to stay out on the match. Coach Boss to the mat. And I'll tell you what, our official had 1,001, 1,002. Coach Boss says you counted it right there on the 2 count. And he's going to lose that right there. Referee's not going to change his mind. He already did that one. Boy, oh boy. Oh, boy. That was a tough one right there, Jamie. I'm telling you what, he had him on the back for 1,001, 1,002. I think they're saying that the time... Saying the time expired? Time expired, yeah. Boy, that was unbelievable. I want to see overtime right there and see Mitchell win that thing by a takedown. Tough one, 19-15 now in favor of the Go Hawks. And, boy. As we move up, it's going to be Jared Voss taking on Jacob Herman. Herman ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A. Well, this was a 3-2 match. First time these two got out, but Herman out quickly with a 2-point takedown on Voss. And Voss out to a stand-up, and Herman's going to lift and back trip and take Voss back down to the mat. So we have something special out of the sophomore from West Delaware here, Jamie, as we are at weight class 160. We started at weight class 106. And, those tough coast matches right there. But we saw Mitchell Mangold right there, Jamie. Do what you got to do in that situation. That's move your hips. And he did a great job. Yeah, he did. And, now Jared's got to get moving. And that, we don't talk about it. That's kind of one of the toughest spots to come out in after you watch your teammate, you kind of thinks he tied the match. And then next thing you know, they wave off points, and you got to cut through one of your teammates kind of just got upset, and you got to come out and wrestle. So Jared Voss has to kind of keep his cool here, and as he picks up the 1-point escape there, just keep your cool and go back to work. Oh, you're exactly right. There's a 1-point escape by Jared Voss here, so we're going back to neutral. And I'll tell you what, Herman from Waverly Shell Rock, Jacob Herman, the senior, is very explosive, very heavy legs here. And Jared Voss, using that Russian tie to 2-on-1, he's got the right arm of Herman tied up, tries to short drag it, and Herman's going to square him off and face him up. And we're going back to hand-fighting combat. And there's Herman trying to drop in on a single. Voss will back up.
29 seconds left to go. Period number one. Go Hawks ahead of the West Delaware Hawks 19-15. And just some outstanding wrestling, Jamie, today by the West Delaware Hawks. And just some outstanding wrestling here. There's Herman in on a deep shot. His time is still 13 seconds off the edge of the mat. Jared Voss trying to use that length. And Herman doing a good job getting underneath the much taller Jared Voss here. Voss doing a good job defensively, fighting that single leg off. 3 seconds left to go in period number one. And we're going to go to period number two. Let's see whose choice it is. Let's see whose choice it is. It should be Voss's choice. He's going to defer over to Herman. And Herman's going to choose down.
Let's see what Jared Voss does here. If he tries going right into that inside leg series here, and we've seen him go from that and try to go with that spladle, but the explosiveness of Herman didn't give Jared Voss a chance to do anything.
Well, he came right up, and I'm telling you what, he is from the waist down. He is very heavy, and a very short, stocky body is Jacob Herman. There's a sit-out turn-in by Herman. Voss follows him. Now he's going to cut him loose. There's a one-point escape by Herman. He goes up now 3-1, and we're going back to neutral with 1:43 left to go in period number two. Voss trying to control that right side of Herman with a 2-on-1, and Herman's going to retie Voss on the left side. Voss now with an overhook on the left side of Herman, and Herman's going to back out and shove Voss free. 2-on-1 now by Voss. Let's see if he can set this up. Boy, he's doing a great job. Herman's blocking him off with his head. Voss has that right arm tied up, and a redrag out of it by Herman. Tap and go by Herman. Voss is ready for it. 1:14 left to go. 3-1 is our match score right here at weight class 160. Again, we are, if you're just tuning in, you just found us on the dial. We've got the Battle of Waterloo. There's a 1 point right there. What was that for, Jamie?
Stalling.
Boy, oh boy.
They said Voss went off he backed off the edge of the mat, which is kind of what he's doing.
Well, it's not like he doesn't have anything tied up there. And he's got a 2-on-1 again on the right side of Herman. Let's see if he can set that up. He's trying to short drag that for him. Here's he's blocking him off with his head, and Jared can't get underneath. Can't lower his level low enough to get under Herman. He's going to try to short drag him right there, and Herman's going to block him off. Now Herman pops his head loose, and Voss still maintains control of that right arm. 28 seconds left to go. Herman up 4-1. There's a high crotch by Herman. Cuts across to a double and drives Voss across to his hip. There's a 2-point takedown by Herman, making the score now 6-1. 18 seconds left to go in period number two. And we've got a turn, and we're going to restart right there. And Voss gets set underneath. He's wrestled some ponies here today too, Jamie. And there's a set. Herman will ride the left side. There's a hard chop with a tight waist. Very physical Jacob Herman. He's a senior. Weber Shelrock has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors in their lineup here. And it's going to be third period, and it's Voss's choice. He will go down. Need something big here, Jamie. You're down by 5. You got to claw your way back into it. And we'll see if Herman cuts him loose or if he decides to ride him a little bit.
That was a nice stand-up by Voss. I think he's going to get the point because Herman was just going to cut him loose here. I thought he was. There he goes. But that was a nice stand-up by Jared Voss to come up right away, get the escape.
Now he's got to find some low-level shot here as Herman. Voss likes to go to that 2-on-1. He's back in it. But Herman is blocking him off with his head. And now Herman's in reverse gear here. Let's see if we get a stalling out of Herman as Voss is working that 2-on-1 and driving Herman across the mat. There's a stalling now against Herman as he's in reverse gear. 1:26 to go. Final period, third period, weight class 160. Voss is trying to use that Russian tie 2-on-1. Might get a stalemate here. Might get a stalemate there. And Herman's going to turn and face Voss. Voss now still has that 2-on-1. 108 and counting. We'll get a stalemate right there. And Coach Jeff Voss says, hey, short drag him. 106 and counting. Herman now goes to a tap and go. Very quick is Jake Herman, Jamie, with that snap and go. There's that snap and go by Herman as he grabs that collar tie and just gives a really hard snap on it. There's a whistle. 54 seconds left. Underway. Get the Waverly Shellrock Go-Hawks up by 4, 19-15. Boss trying to work that 2-on-1, 45 seconds left. Like to see him really hip into that and really take it down. There it is. There he went the opposite side with it, but he left his head down, a snap and a spin. Gives him a 2-point takedown. It's 8-2 right now, 29 seconds left to go in this match. And Jared Voss now underneath. Herman riding tight, tough tight waist there. Inside wrist now. 15 seconds left to go. And it looks like this match is going to end with Jake Herman winning this by a score of 8-2. And the Go-Hawks will go up now 22-15, going to the weight class 170.
Yeah, that's a good wrestler, Jacob Herman, for Waverly Shellrock. And again, Jared Voss, nothing to hang his head about, and an 8-2 loss. But Hawks are down 22-15, so got to try to get things going. As real close duel meet, but now Wyatt Volker coming out here has to try to turn things around here in this duel meet.
So the Go-Hawks have Gavin Wiedemeyer listed.
As real quick here, Western Dubuque, Devin Ludwig out on the mat for Western Dubuque. The Bobcats lead 27-19 as Devin Ludwig currently with a 7-2 lead. And it is going to be Wiedemeyer taking the mat for Waverly Shellrock. But Western Dubuque with a 27-19 lead. Devin Ludwig up 7-2 with a minute left in the second period.
Wyatt Volker in on a double, and Wiedemeyer is going to sprawl. There's a tap and go by Volker. One more time, a double underhook by Wiedemeyer pulls Volker up out of the double. And Wiedemeyer content to stay with that double underhook, showing some power in those hips. Wiedemeyer is listed as a junior in our program, and the freshman from West Delaware earning his first today in this lineup at weight class 170. And Volker on the scramble on the edge of the mat gets gouged in the eye, and he's going to take a short time out there. He's going to take a short time out if he gets an eye poke, and Coach Payton's going to come over and check his eye. As that was just a lot of heavy hand fighting there to the head, a lot of good head snaps, and I think he's going to be okay. Taking some injury time. But that's okay. Legal injury time right there to recover. Again, the Hawks are behind 22-15. Last time these two tangled, Jamie, it was a Volker 14-7 win. So a lot of points scored. A lot of points scored by Wyatt Volker. But Wiedemeyer going upper body with the freshman, trying to keep him at bay here with an underhook. Now over the top goes Wiedemeyer, and Volker's got to go to an overhook to take the underhook away. And now a nice short drag there by Volker, and this is the left ankle, and Wiedemeyer's going to come right back and attack upper body on Wyatt Volker. 1 minute left to go in period number one. Volker doing a good job controlling the right elbow of Gavin Wiedemeyer, and Wiedemeyer trying to go an underhook on the right side of Volker. And right now the upper body by the junior, the upper body approach by the juniors, keeping the freshman away. Now a low single by Volker, down block by Wiedemeyer. Volker's going to step in and lift that left leg up. Now he's going to try to back trip, try to cut across to a double, and he fights Volker off one more time. There's a nice shuck by Volker, and Wiedemeyer's going to face him off one more time. Wiedemeyer doesn't look too strong upper body, Jamie, but all the power looks like it's coming from his hips.
Yeah, and he's really, like you said, he's really blocking off everything that Wyatt Volker wants to do here. And is calling on Volker, and all Wiedemeyer's doing is pushing him off the edge of the mat.
Well, Volker's been taking all the shots, and all Wiedemeyer's doing is full rushing. There's an elbow pass by Volker. And once again, Wiedemeyer comes back in, going upper body. snapping and spinning. Boy, it's forehead to forehead there. That ought to be stalling against Wiedemeyer, 0-0 after one.
Yeah, Volker took 5 shots in that first period, and he comes out and pushes Volker off the edge of the mat and gets the stall warning.
So Volker's going to take down. Call on mat number 3 in front of us, Jamie.
Yeah, Devin Ludwig picking up the fall for the Bobcats, and that's going to give them a 33-19 lead now with just a few matches left to go in that one.
There's an elbow pass to that single. Volker's going to cut across the double. That's going to be a 2-point takedown now. Nice job by Wyatt Volker. Nice stand up. Nice stand up by Volker as he splits the hands and came right back in on that nice low single. And that's a good way to do it. Ball ride by Volker. Crab ride. Not sure if he wants to be right here. With a minute and a half left, he's going to have to throw a leg in as he's in a crab ride. As he's got both of his feet behind the knees of Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer's going to score 1-point escape. Nice job by Volker not to give up 2 right there. And Wiedemeyer comes right back with an over-under with 1:11 left to go. 3-1 is your score in favor of Wyatt Volker. So over and under, Wiedemeyer trying to set up something big right here. And Volker, nothing to do with it. If he's going to back out, got to be careful. Don't want to back out too much. And right in, that's a great job by Volker right there, Jamie. Wiedemeyer tried to turn him back in and then shove him off, and Volker did the 180. And faced off Wiedemeyer, took a shot and drove him right into the Gohawk bench. 49 seconds and counting. Wyatt Volker up 3-1. There's Wiedemeyer pushing. Wiedemeyer's not taking a shot from his feet yet. Been about 7 or 8 shots from Wyatt Volker, and then he gets dinged for stalling as Wiedemeyer's trying to bull rush him again, headbutting. Volker changing levels. 25 seconds left to go in period number 2. Nice job there by the freshman. There's a sweep to low single, elbow pass to a single. Let's see if we can make this count. There's Wiedemeyer looking for the single.
Seriously?
You got to be kidding me right there.
Pushing him off the mat?
You got to be kidding me. Right there.
He wasn't out of bounds.
He wasn't out of bounds. Coach Foss upset right now. And I'm telling you what, Wiedemeyer was off. That should have been a point for Volker. There's Volker in on a low single shot, low double. That's going to be a 1 point. And off, that's the period going to end. A little testy right here now, Jamie. A little testy right here. So Wiedemeyer will choose down. Start the third period at 3-2. I love the tenacity of the freshman here, Jamie. I'm not sure that.
Apparently, you can't be too mean in wrestling. Don't be mean. Not a physical sport.
There's a 1-point escape there by Wiedemeyer. It's 3-3 right now, and we're going to settle this thing on our feet. Again, Wiedemeyer has not had a low-level attack at all against Volker. All he's done is pushed him back and forth, and he's picked up a stalling call and a penalty point. There's Volker trying to shoot that sweep single again.
Yeah, and Volker's got to get going here try to get a takedown here.
And once again, a long double shot. That shot of 10 or 11 by Wyatt Volker. I'm telling you what, Gavin Wiedemeyer has not taken a low-level shot. Now, Wiedemeyer goes to a staggered stance. Wyatt Volker still working the head. 113, this thing is knotted up at 3s. And the freshmen from West Delaware are still fighting, showing the heart of a lion right here, trying to win this match and get these Hawks closer, trying to close the gap. 58 seconds left to go. Here, there's that sweep single, that elbow pass. That's about the 13th shot from Volker. Volker again shooting one more time. No stalling yet. No stalling yet against Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer trying to go upper body, trying to keep Volker away. 41 seconds left to go. And once again, Wiedemeyer comes to an underhook. Underhook on the right side of Wyatt Volker. Volker's going to get out of the underhook. 31 seconds left to go. Wiedemeyer, let's see if he pulls the trigger at some point. 25 seconds left to go. All the dual naming, all eyes are focused on mat number 7 with West Delaware and Waverly Shellrock going at it. There's Wiedemeyer with his first shot of the day. Scramble. Wyatt Volker up on top. 11 seconds left. Let's see if Volker can fight his way out of it. He's got to keep a hold of the ankle. No points yet. 1 second. No point. No point. Time was out, Jamie. That's got to be timeout again. Timeout. Unbelievable. As Waverly gets the call in that match. Unbelievable right there. And, boy, takes one shot the whole match. One shot. Doesn't get called for stalling. No penalty points. Takes one shot. And it's a scramble situation. Judgment call at the end of the match.
Unbelievable.
And it goes the Go Hawks way. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's wrestling. No, we've seen it. Once again, give the freshman credit there, Jamie. So 25-15.
Unreal.
And we're going to weight class 170. Or excuse me, 182. And we've got Jack Newhouse taking on Darren Whiteside. And now we're going to get a quick stalling call right there, Jamie. Quick stalling call. A stalling call in 27 seconds against Whiteside. Wow. Just trying to work that butcher. And let's see if we can throw Whiteside to his back. And once again here,
over here, Western Dubuque, the Bobcats, as they victorious in their final duel as they defeat Davenport Assumption 39-31 as Jack Newhouse will get the fall over there in 52 seconds.
Well, it's now 25-21. And we're going to weight class 195. And we're probably going to see Braden Wolf for the Go Hawks against Kieran Monahan. It appears. And she'll take the mat against 195. And Braden Wolf for the Go Hawks. Very physical looking. And it is Kieran Monahan for the West Delaware Hawks once again at 195. So we'll probably see Jordan Breeze once again at weight class 220. Taking on Luke Walker. And then this thing's going to finish up at 285. Right now the Hawks are down by 4. Boy, Jamie. Unbelievable. But we saw it right here. Monahan with the.
What do you do?
No, there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do right there. And
it just changes the whole complexion.
That does.
Of a match, of a dual meet. And that's the thing is you go back to Mitchell Mangold's match at 152 and reversing the call on after you had already signaled a 2-point near fall and then you overturn it. Well, they do have video coverage of this dual meet today. This is live on Track Wrestling. So and thank you to those who have sent me the video of the 2-point near fall being called before time ran out that they waved off. But again, judgment call in the heat of the moment. That's the hand we're dealt.
That's exactly right. Well, Kieran Monahan has his hands full here with Braden Wolf as Wolf's got a double chicken wing in on Monahan. He's going to try to dump Monahan to his back. He's going to scoop that. Now we're going to get potentially dangerous right there. Official's going to stop that. And now we're going to go back to set position. like that score over there was 27-25, Jamie. Don Bosco in three tough dual meets here today. So that match is over. So we got two matches left here. I got 195, 220, 285. And there's a half Nelson. No, it's not a half Nelson. It's an inside wrist by Wolf. And first period is going to expire here with Monahan down 2-0. It's going to be Wolf's choice, and he's going to defer over to Monahan, and Monahan will take neutral. Here, Monahan going neutral. Got that right knee heavily bandaged up and trying to work some inside here on Braden Wolf. Wolf's going to drop in on a single, a reshot by Monahan, snap and go behind by Wolf, and off the edge of the mat they go. We're going back to neutral.
Yeah, and I like what Kieran Monahan just coming out again. We've seen this mentality out of the Hawks all season is, not afraid of who they're wrestling. You know you're going up against a good wrestler, and you're going up against Braden Wolf, who's ranked number 2 in the state, but he's out there continuing to wrestle hard.
Well, and again, you're wrestling the number 2 ranked. People sometimes forget you're wrestling the number 2 ranked team in 3A. So, and you're there's a step Monahan on point take down and cover his hips up. Got to work underneath. He's got to keep those hands in and keep that head up and really fight here. Really fight to try to get back to his feet if he can on the edge of the mat as Wolf is keeping his hips pasted to the mat, trying to work an inside wrist. He's got an inside wrist on the right, and they're going to call him off the mat. Back to action we go. Back to the middle of the mat. Monahan will get set. Wolf will ride the right side this time. Stand up a tip. I guess we do have one dual meet left to go on the far side. They're still going out.
Clarion and New Hampton.
There's Wolf has Monahan on his back, and Monahan's in a little bit of trouble here, Jamie. That's a foul by Braden Wolf. That's going to give the Go Hawks 6, so 31-21 right now. The West Delaware Hawks are going to need 2 fouls, Jamie, to win this duel. They're going to need 2 fouls right here and win this thing by 1 point. So mathematically still in it. And let's see who the Hawks send out. They're going to send Jordan Brees back out to the mat here at 2:20. And he's going to be taking on Luke Walker. And Ben Petland beat Luke Walker 5-0 in the previous dual meet. So we'll see what Jordan Brees can do here. He's in quickly in on a high crotch, trying to cut across to a double, and missed the mark on Luke Walker. 146 and counting. Again, the Hawks are going to need a couple of falls here, so mathematically still in it. Wouldn't that be something after everything they've gone through in this dual meet to come out of here with another 1 point win?
That'd be all right.
That certainly would. That would, Orange and Black faithful across the way are kind of sitting on their heels a little bit. They're sitting on their backsides a little bit. They're looking for something good to happen here. Again, Luke Walker, sophomore for the Go Hawks. Again, very deceptive looking, but from the waist down, looks very powerful. And again, if you got great hips, you can do a lot of damage in this sport of wrestling. 1:02 left to go, first period. Collar tied by Walker, retied by Brees. Brees trying to attack the right side of Walker. And Walker's doing a good job keeping that right leg staggered away from the shot of Brees. Head snap, good collar tie by Brees, retied by Walker. And once again, Brees trying to force the issue here at 2:20. We saw Wyatt Volker force the issue, but that didn't help him out one bit.
No, it really didn't. It's Brees is, and what Brees has got to do a little bit better job of here is right now he is just pushing. You got to change levels. You got to lower your level to take a shot. As he's trying to shoot through Lucas Walker right now, and you're not gonna. You got to lower your level and take a shot.
I certainly do, and maybe he's afraid of the size, little size differentiation right there. And we're going to see his choice. It's going to be Breese's choice. He'll choose down, start period number 2. See if he can quickly get right back up to his feet. There's a tight waist by Walker, and Breese is going to come up and split the hands and face him off and score 1. Right there, he'll take a lead. Breese tries to drop right back into that high crotch on the right side of Walker, and Walker just blocking him off there. 143 underway. It's a championship. I guess, Jamie, you said the winner of this is going to win the cup, as it could end up being a 3-way tie, as Don Bosco defeated Waverly Shellrock earlier. And Waverly Shellrock, West Delaware defeated Waverly Shellrock, and now Waverly Shellrock is ahead of the Hawks here. So it could be a 3-way, and Hawks could take care of business themselves here. 114 and counting. 1-0, Jordan Breese up, trying to measure Luke Walker. And again, Walker just content to stay in that square stance. There's a single by Breese. He's got the leg up. Let's see if he can back trip Walker. Then he's going to pick up a 2-point takedown, Jamie. You called that right there. Nice shot, nice finish.
Yeah, and that's what Jordan Breese has been looking for, is that nice little shot. Stalling call against Walker. That nice shot by Jordan Breese is...
it's almost comical, isn't it?
It is. Jordan Breese did a great job of changing levels, taking a nice shot, and getting the takedown to go up 3-0.
Now Luke Walker's on all fours underneath. Breese has an ankle. Going to try to break Walker down. Jordan Breese has a really nice cross face. Now we're going to get stalling again. 1 point for Breese. So the next one's going to be a DQ, Jamie. Take that, because that'd be worth 6.
There's a 2-point one in there.
Yep. Yeah, they have a 2-point and then a DQ. See if it gets to that point. 10 seconds left in period number 2. Breese on top, riding a tight waist. Luke Walker back again up on all fours. Breese has to work a pinning combination right there. That's going to be Walker's choice. He's going to choose neutral. Walker will choose neutral, of course. And to start this third period, and anything less than a fall here by Breese, and the Go Hawks are going to win this dual meet, as they are up by 10. I guess the tech ball and the pin would tie this thing up. But the Hawks, Jordan Breese really needs to get into a scramble, get really active here, Jamie, with some arm drags and some underhooks, and really get after that single again, and try to get Luke Walker in a scramble situation here. Again, he's been one for stalling twice. And to Jordan Breese, you got to attack low level, take some shots, and really get after it. 118 and counting here, weight class 220. Breese with a tie to the right, now tie to the left. Luke Walker's going to tie him right back up. And just a lot of heavy hand fighting here right now. And Jordan Breese, I'm not sure if he knows how much time's left in this match. But we're under a minute now in the third period. He's got to try to get right back in on that high crotch and maybe cut across to a double and come up with a quick cradle or snap and a front headlock. Something feet to back there. There's Breese in on a double, and Walker's going to down block, and Breese will have to back out. 34 seconds left to go here, and this match 30 seconds away from ending, and Breese really needs something to go here. Again, you don't want to shoot and try to force something here, but you really got to try to make an attempt here, something feet to back. And Luke Walker's been the best demonstration here of pushing and shoving that I think I've seen today. And Breese is going to win this match 4-0, and unbelievable, Jamie.
Yeah, nice job there by Jordan Breese getting the win for the Hawks. Obviously not, they're not going to win the dual meet, but it was a great effort by Jordan Breese, pushing and trying to get himself into that position where he could try to win the match for the Hawks.
Well, we're going to go to weight class 285, and Andrew Snyder, I think he's a pretty good heavyweight, Jamie. Ranked number 2 in class 3A. So the last time these two tangled, it was a Snyder fall, I believe. Now let's check it out on the paper. That was a Carson Petland. That was a fall and fight. So it went deep into the match. So we'll see what Carson Petland decides to do to change the strategy. There's a 2-on-1 right there by Snyder. Russian tie, and he short drags Petland down to the mat. He picks up a 2-point takedown. Snyder now on the attack as he's got a half Nelson on Petland. Petland up on all fours, trying to work his way out of it. He's going to try to sit out and face Snyder. But Snyder's had an inside wrist. Petland up on all fours. Now trying to sit out and turn and face Snyder. Snyder's going to hang on to the backside of Petland. Petland in a long switch and gets himself a little bit extended. Tight waist now by Snyder has Carson Petland belly down in the middle, off to the center of the mat. 56 seconds left to go in period number 1. And the Gohawks are going to win this match. And Jamie, according to your facts there, even though it's going to be a 3-way 2-to-1, Don Bosco 2-to-1, Westover 2-to-1, Waverly 2-to-1. You said the tiebreaker comes up to penalty points, I believe.
Yeah. Well, that tiebreaker, the penalty points eliminates Don Bosco from being in the 3-way tie.
Okay.
So then it comes down to head-to-head with West Delaware and Waverly Shell Rock.
Right now, Andrew Snyder up on top with the tight waist. He's just physical up on top, Jamie. And you can see that tight waist, and he's got his left shoulder right between the shoulder blades. Now we're going to Carson Petland for stalling. And Petland down. Snyder with an inside wrist. 14 seconds left to go in period 1. Snyder now trying to drive Petland forward and stack him up. And Petland doing a good job keeping his weight over that left arm. 4 seconds left to go, and we're going to period number 2. 2-0. Number 2 ranked Andrew Snyder. And it's going to be Petland's choice. He's going to go back to neutral. I think I saw Coach Voss say he's going back to neutral. And he's going to get some work. Going to get some work on his feet. We got some blood time right there, Jamie. So Snyder going to the blood corner.
As Carson Petland going to go over and get cleaned up a little bit as well.
He's got some blood right between his shoulder blades, so we're going to get that wiped off. And again, I'll tell you what, just what an intense day here today, this afternoon anyway, from 3 o'clock on. It's just been some high-level wrestling and by some very, very good individuals and some very, very good teams, and just a lot of fun to be a part of this in Young Arena today. There's a slide-by attempt by Petland, and Snyder's going to square him off. Snyder deceptive there, Jamie, too, as he's not very muscular up top, but you look at his waist and look at his hips, and you can understand where his power is coming from.
Oh, you do, and we saw it in that dual meet a couple weeks ago when the Hawks were up there. He just he's solid, and when he decides he wants to go, he's very good when he does.
By Petland as we're back underway here. 1:26 left to go. Andrew Snyder, ranked number 2 in Class 3A, leads this match 2-0. And the Gohawks lead the dual meet here 31-24. And last time it was a 10-point win by the Gohawks. I think it was 35-25. Jamie, I believe it was. So, left to go in second period. Andrew Snyder now trying to inside trip on Carson Petland. Petland's going to sag on Snyder mat right in front of the cheerleaders again. To our far side section, to our far side, the north side of Young Arena right here. Starting to feel these come back into the arena, Jamie.
Yeah, when we notice that when they start clearing people out of here, the ice starts to radiate again through the arena.
39 seconds left to go. Neutral position as it went off the edge one more time. Andrew Snyder with a hard collar tie on Carson Petland. Now we're going to get stalling against Petland. and 1 point for Andrew Snyder, 3-0. Well, I'm just not sure, Jamie.
It's been a roller coaster.
Yep, it has been. 23 seconds left. Hard collar tied by Petland. Retied now by Snyder. And, Snyder has had one low-level attack on Petland, but it's not like Carson Petland's not doing anything. Petland now drops in on a double. He's got a double. Let's see if he can finish it. Oh, boy, he was in deep on that, and Snyder had to side. That was a great shot there by Petland. Snyder's choice. That was going to go neutral.
It was, and that's the thing. And it's not like Snyder had taken 6 or 7 shots to justify a stalling call. I mean, it was your typical heavyweight pushing and shoving, and got the stalling call. But an opportunity here for Carson Petland. Down 3-0, going to the third period and back on their feet.
Well, 140 and counting. That's one dual meet to our far side there. That's Ankeny going at it down on the far
Crestwood.
side. And Crestwood, yes, indeed. And there's Snyder going to back off Petland again. And she tries to go to a double underhook and drive Carson Petland off the mat. And Andrew Snyder can be explosive, like you said, Jamie, when he wants to be. And if you're number 2 ranked heavyweight in the state, in Class 3A especially, I would expect just a little bit more than what we're seeing out of Snyder. But part of that's due to what Carson Petland's doing. Carson Petland controlling the underhooks. Carson Petland controlling the underhooks there just a little bit. 109 left to go in this match. Andrew Snyder up 3-0. Carson Petland doing a whale of a job. And throwing that big left arm shiver right to the back of the neck on Andrew Snyder. 56 seconds left and counting. Good job by Carson Petland. There's a slide-by tap now. Oh, Jamie. Slide-by tap by Petland, and you can see the watching Coach Boss over there. That's a 1-point stalling against Petland again. He hits a slide-by on the edge of the mat. And
and I think the West Delaware coaching staff is just they've pled their case too many times here, and then they don't want to lose the team a point at this point.
Well, exactly right. Carson Petland on his knees and tries to attack that double. And I'm telling you what, he was in deep once again, and Snyder again showing power in those hips. 18 seconds left to go. And give the sophomore from West Delaware kudos here, Jamie, as he's gonna do a little bit of shoving of his own on the senior from Waverly Shellrock. 12 seconds left. And Carson Petland, barring any miraculous shot of some sort here with 9 seconds left, Carson Petland trying to set up a headlock. At least tried. Shot a single. Now who's stalling? Now we're going to get stalling. Now we're going to get stalling against Snyder with no time left. And that's going to do it. 4-0 win by Snyder. And are you ready, Jamie?
I'm ready, buddy.
Jamie is ready. You want to take a time out, or do you have it all added up right now?
I am ready to go.
The Hawks are going to lose this match 34-24, Jamie, and you've got the stats already ready to go. So send them out to the airwaves for everybody.
Certainly do that as a tough duel there for the Hawks, but nonetheless a very impressive day for the West Delaware Hawks here today. As we'll start with the Western Dubuque Bobcats in their final duel. As started at 106 pounds, it was Ethan Porker of Davenport Assumption over Max Clausen of Western Dubuque in 1 minute 29 seconds. Dawson Bierman even the score with a fall of his own at 1:13 in 56 seconds over Colin Weir. At 1:20, TJ Fitzpatrick of Davenport Assumption with an 8-1 decision over Joseph Simon. At 1:26, it was Noah Gonzalez of Davenport Assumption with a 6-1 win over Trent Bush of Western Dubuque. At 1:32, it was Jacob Felderman of Assumption with a 13-4 major decision over Dakota Lau. At 1:38, it was Jared Cordes with a 3-minute, 38-second fall over Johnny Hua. 1:45, it was Adam Lobenthal of Davenport Assumption with a 10-3 win over Tony Lyon. At 152, Elijah Demmer with a fall in 257 over Evan Forker. At 160, Riker Karimsky with a 2-minute, 28-second fall over Joe Deckert. At 170, Jake Hush with a 9-3 win over Logan Szymanski of Assumption. 182, it was a fall in 536 over Cole Kreinbring of Assumption. 195, Julian Broderson with a 41-second fall over Ryan Cook. At 220 was Seth Adrian of Davenport Assumption with a 1-minute, 8-second fall over Jason Simon Ressler. And at heavyweight, it was Parker Schmidt with a 17-second fall over Tim Kendall of Davenport Assumption, making the final team score 39-31 in favor of Western Dubuque.
That's a good win.
It is, as they finish in second place in the second place pool.
That's a good win for them, Jamie, and Coach Cleary and staff. Way to go. Nice job for the Bobcats. Well, let's quickly go through here. We started this championship match in weight class 106. Started the championship match at 106 where Aiden Riggins winning by a fall in 229 over Blake Engel from West Delaware, making the score 6-0. At weight class 113, Luke Farmer finding the going a little bit rough, also taking on Bailey Roybal. And Farmer losing by a fall in 231. That put the Go-Hawks up 12-0. Weight class 120, Evan Woods taking on Zach Barnett, and it was an 8-1 win by Woods. That put the West Delaware Hawks on the board at 12-3. Weight class 126, Stavely Mowry taking on Dylan Albrecht, and a major decision by Albrecht, 11-2, gave the Go-Hawks 4 more. That made the score 16-3. Weight class 132, a great match. Featured match here, Ryan Phillips avenging an earlier 5-0 loss to Evan Yant. Phillips winning 6-2, and that put the Hawks closer at 16-6. Weight class 138, Jaden Payton continue his string of tough matches, wrestling, having a great day today, winning by a fall in 138. That closed the gap to 16-12. Weight class 145, Cale Meyer taking on Caden Langrick. And it was a 7-2 Meyer win at 145, making the score of the Go-Hawks 16 and the Hawks 15. Weight class 152, we saw Bryson Hervel from Waverly Shell Rock win a very controversial match, 6-4 over Mitchell Mangold, and that gave the Hawks, the Go-Hawks 3 more, making the score 19-15. And that was kind of a turning point right there, Jamie, in the dual meet. And that controversial call, they're losing that. They had a hard-fought match there for Mangold. That put the Go-Hawks up 19-50. Weight class 160, Jared Voss running into a buzzsaw. Jacob Herman winning by a score of 8-2, made the score 22-15. Weight class 170, Wyatt Volker, once again, in a very questionable match there against Gavin Wiedemeyer, losing on a late second, end of the match, takedown, 5-3 as time expired. Wiedemeyer gets the call and a 5-3 win for a 25-15 Go-Hawk lead. Weight class 182, Jack Newhouse with a fall in 52 seconds, closed the gap at 25-21. Weight class 195, Kieran Monahan losing by a fall to Braden Wolf in 3:15, making the score 31-21. Weight class 220, Jordan Brees winning 4-0 over Luke Walker, making the score 31-24. And then at weight class 285, you just heard Andrew Snyder, ranked number 2 in class 3A, defeating Carson Petland 4-0, making a final score 34-24 in favor of the Waverly Charlotte Go-Hawks. In the wins, the Hawks had 6, the Go-Hawks had 8. West Delaware had 2 falls. 2 falls on the night. The Go-Hawks had 3. West Delaware had 13 takedowns. The Go-Hawks 20. And major decisions, the Go-Hawks had 1, and the West Delaware Hawks a 0. So, Jamie, they're coming out of here 2-1, and they're going to have an overall second place. And out of the 32 teams that were here, hey, what might have been, what could have been, is not going to happen. But the Hawks have to leave here with their heads held high. That's a good Waverly Shell team. And they fought them to the brink there, losing by 10 points. And it could have went either way. Right there at the end on a couple of those swing matches. But they went the Go-Hawks way, and that's wrestling. That's what happened.
Oh, it is, and that's the thing. You can't be upset at all about the effort by the West Delaware Hawks today. And even even though, you know, it hurts to lose that match, my biggest thing is, okay, you know, West Delaware didn't win the dual meet, but the thing that maybe I don't want to keep harping on this, I would just kind of want to explain myself. I don't like watching individuals have good matches like that ruined and decided by something that they can't control. They're controlling the match, and someone else steps in and takes things out of the wrestler's hands. That's my only complaint. I'm going to be done with it here. We're going to move on, and hey, it's Christmas break for us as far as broadcasting. The Hawks have one more dual meet Thursday night at Decorah. We won't be there as we'll be playing Christmas. We'll have the Christmas concerts series on KMCH starting next week, so check out our website for that. Also, I believe it was in the Manchester paper this week. Manchester Press had the schedule of the Holiday of Christmas concerts on KMCH. And partner, we'll talk to you after the holiday break as well.
Well, it's been a good first half.
And have a happy holiday.
Yeah, have a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and yours and everybody out there that's been tuning us in and listening to us all day into the last half of 2018. A lot of impressive wrestling in the area, a lot of impressive wrestling by the West Delaware Hawks. And, you know, Jamie, I think they're going to leave here with just a little bit of a sour taste. And that could prove to be some very important motivation as they take one more duel on Thursday, like you said. Now they get a 5 or 6 days off over Christmas break. They'll get refreshed, and when they come back to work, that second half of the season is going to be very exciting.
Absolutely. Want to wish, of course, everyone, all of our listeners, happy holidays, and we will talk to you. We'll be back that first Thursday after New Year's as the West Delaware Hawks. In that first Thursday, the Hawks will be at Maquoketa as they will be taking on Marion and Maquoketa in that first duel after the Christmas break. And then, of course, we got the Benton Community Tournament that Saturday. And that's going to do it for us. I want to thank the sponsors of high school wrestling on KMCH. Of course, I want to thank our extra Battle of Waterloo sponsors, Bi-County Disposal Incorporated, Kleesner Sanitation, Meyer Mechanical, and the Winthrop Locker. I want to thank Ashley Vick for running the board for us today, and most of all, thank you, the listeners. So, for my partner, Roger Reed, this is Jamie Vasky saying good night from Young Arena in Waterloo, Iowa, where once again you've been listening to West High School Wrestling here from the Battle of Waterloo right here on